Okay, we are have just a couple. We're coming to the finish line, so thank you for hanging in. We have one grant this year that will be focused on a drug repurposing approach. We know that it takes many years to develop a new drug and get it into clinical trials and test whether it works for any particular disorder. Repurposing is an alternative way to go, where an FDA-approved drug or a drug that has been tested in clinical trials is used for a different purpose. And the great news about repurposing is that it tends to be much faster and much cheaper than developing a drug from scratch. So anytime we can repurpose a drug, it really offers a lot of advantages. So Dr. Schaaf is going to be looking at a repurposed drug in a mouse model of Schaaf-Yang syndrome. So he's found that a cellular pathway called mTOR pathway is overactive in cells and in mouse models of PWS and Schaaf-Yang syndrome. Excuse me. And we know that the FDA-approved drug Rapamycin decreases the activity of this pathway and also normalizes some of the characteristics of Schaaf-Yang neurons in a lab dish. So in this study, Dr. Schaaf is going to treat the MAGEL2 mouse with rapamycin and measure the impact on survival, muscle strength, and activity. So we're excited about this study because Dr. Schaaf described Schaaf-Yang syndrome, so he knows a lot about it. So he has done a lot of the initial clinical characterizations. He's also a molecular biologist, so he's looking at the molecular biology of the disorder. He's really the epitome of a physician scientist. So he's bringing all that knowledge to bear on this project. It explores the use of an FDA-approved drug, again, so we know the characteristics of this drug. It's been used in humans, and it has implications for both Schaaf-Yang syndrome and for PWS. So the long-term goal of this study is to provide the rationale, kind of a go, no-go decision for whether it would be worth trying to do a clinical trial to examine the use of rapamycin or some other drugs that are similar to rapamycin for the treatment of PWS and Schaaf-Yang syndrome.